Good evening, everyone. Today we're diving into a topic that's as foundational to our existence as the air we breathe, sex education. But this isn't just about biology or awkward conversations. This is about awakening your awareness, empowering your choices, and elevating your life through knowledge. Sexuality is a powerful, creative force. It shapes not just your body, but your mind, emotions, and relationships. It's time to embrace the truth about it for the sake of your well-being and the evolution of the world around you. Understanding your sexuality is a profound journey into self-awareness and empowerment. It goes beyond simply learning about anatomy or the biological mechanics of reproduction. It is about cultivating a deep connection with yourself, one that informs your sense of identity, confidence, and relationships with others. Awareness of your sexuality begins with acknowledging that your body is not just a vessel, but a dynamic system that carries wisdom, instincts, and energy. This awareness helps you to navigate the complexities of human interaction, emotional intimacy, and personal boundaries. When you take the time to understand your body and its needs, you unlock a greater sense of self-worth. This is not about fitting into societal molds or meeting external expectations. It's about honoring your uniqueness. Every individual has their rhythm, preferences, and comfort zones. Becoming aware of these aspects helps you to articulate your needs clearly, fostering deeper connections and healthier communication in your relationships. It allows you to set boundaries without guilt and to respect the boundaries of others, creating a harmonious balance of mutual understanding. Self-awareness and sexuality also encompasses understanding the emotional and psychological layers intertwined with it. Often, we are conditioned by cultural, societal, or familial influences that shape our perceptions of sex and intimacy. These influences can lead to misconceptions, fear, or shame. However, when you consciously explore and reflect on these layers, you begin to dismantle limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering truths. For instance, understanding that sexual desire is a natural and healthy part of being human can liberate you from unnecessary guilt or self-judgment. Furthermore, this journey into self-awareness equips you with the tools to recognize how your body responds to emotions, stress, and pleasure. When you listen to your body, you gain insights into what it needs to thrive. Stress, for example, can significantly impact your sexual well-being, leading to imbalances in your energy levels or physical responses. By becoming attuned to these signals, you can take proactive steps to care for your mental and emotional health, ensuring that your overall well-being supports a positive and fulfilling sexual experience. Awareness is also about being informed. When you educate yourself about your sexual health, you take control of your choices. Knowledge about topics like safe practices, reproductive health, and consent empowers you to make decisions that align with your values and protect your well-being. This informed approach allows you to navigate life with confidence and clarity, unburdened by fear or uncertainty. Ultimately, understanding your sexuality is an ongoing process. It evolves as you grow and change. The key is to remain open to learning, exploring, and embracing new dimensions of yourself. This journey is not linear but dynamic, offering opportunities for growth, healing, and transformation at every stage of life. When you cultivate this awareness, you strengthen your relationship with yourself, creating a solid foundation for healthy and meaningful connections with others. This is the essence of self-awareness, to know yourself so deeply that you live authentically and unapologetically, guided by your truth. For generations, discussions about sex have been wrapped in layers of taboo, secrecy, and shame. These cultural barriers have created an environment where misinformation thrives and individuals often feel isolated in their experiences and questions. Breaking free from this stigma is not just a societal necessity, it's a deeply personal act of empowerment. It's about reclaiming the right to understand your body, emotions, and desires without fear or judgment. Taboos surrounding sex often originate from cultural or religious traditions passed down through generations. While they may have been intended to guide behavior or maintain social order, they frequently result in shame and silence. This silence can prevent people from seeking the knowledge they need, leaving them vulnerable to confusion, unhealthy relationships, or even harm. Breaking these taboos requires courage, but it also offers the opportunity to replace outdated narratives with ones rooted in respect, understanding, and truth. When we start talking openly about sex, we create a safe space for learning and growth. These conversations are not about promoting promiscuity or eroding values. They're about equipping individuals with the tools to make informed choices. Understanding consent, recognizing unhealthy dynamics, and knowing how to protect oneself are all essential components of a healthy sexual education. Open dialogue helps to normalize these discussions, making them as routine and unremarkable as conversations about physical fitness or mental health. Removing the taboo also allows individuals to explore their unique identities without fear of judgment. Sexuality is a spectrum, and each person's experience is deeply personal. By fostering an environment where diversity is celebrated rather than condemned, we enable people to embrace their authentic selves. This sense of acceptance can lead to greater self-esteem, healthier relationships, and a more compassionate society. Challenging taboos does not mean discarding values or traditions. Rather, it's about questioning practices that no longer serve us. It's about discerning which beliefs empower and uplift us, and which ones constrain our growth. Education plays a critical role in this process. When individuals are equipped with accurate information, they can navigate their sexuality with confidence and integrity, free from the myths and misconceptions that often accompany silence. Breaking the chains of taboo also has a profound impact on public health. When people are too ashamed to discuss sex, they may avoid seeking medical care or asking critical questions. This lack of knowledge can lead to unintended pregnancies, sexually transmitted infections, and other preventable issues. By normalizing these conversations, we encourage proactive health practices that benefit individuals and communities alike. At its core, breaking the taboo around sex education is about creating a culture of openness and respect. It's about acknowledging that sexuality is a natural and integral part of being human. When we free ourselves from the chains of shame and secrecy, we open the door to understanding, connection, and growth. This is how we move forward, by replacing fear with knowledge, judgment with compassion, and silence with meaningful dialogue. Sexual health is deeply intertwined with the mind-body connection, a dynamic relationship that influences not only your physical well-being, but also your emotional and mental state. To truly understand sexuality, one must recognize how thoughts, emotions, and physiological responses interact and impact each other. Your mind is not separate from your body. They are in constant communication, shaping your experiences and perceptions of intimacy and connection. Stress, for instance, is a powerful disruptor of this connection. When you are overwhelmed by worry, fear, or anxiety, your body often responds by shutting down certain systems, including those tied to sexual desire and performance. This is not a flaw, but a protective mechanism. Your body prioritizes survival over reproduction during times of perceived danger. However, chronic stress can create persistent imbalances, leading to a cycle of frustration or dissatisfaction. Recognizing this link is the first step toward reclaiming control over your sexual health. Cultivating mindfulness is one way to strengthen the mind-body connection. By being present and attuned to your body's signals, you can better understand what it needs. Are you feeling tense or disconnected? Are there unresolved emotions affecting your ability to experience intimacy? Mindfulness allows you to identify these underlying factors and address them with compassion and care. Then you experience happiness or pleasure in your life and address them with compassion and care. Practices such as meditation, yoga, or even deep breathing can help reduce stress, enhance body awareness, and foster a sense of connection that extends to your sexual well-being. If you're struggling in finding sexual pleasure, then emotions also play a significant role in shaping sexual experiences. Feelings of love, trust, and security can enhance intimacy, while fear, shame, or guilt can create barriers. Acknowledging and processing these emotions is essential. Bottling up negative feelings or ignoring emotional wounds can lead to physical manifestations such as tension, discomfort, or lack of desire. By addressing emotional health alongside physical health, you create a more holistic approach to sexual well-being. The brain, as the command center of the body, has a profound influence on sexuality. Neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin play critical roles in pleasure, bonding, and overall satisfaction. When your mental health is neglected, these chemical processes can be disrupted, leading to decreased libido or difficulty in forming intimate connections. Prioritizing mental health through therapy, self-care, or open communication helps maintain this delicate balance and supports a fulfilling sexual life. It's also important to understand that the mind-body connection is not static. It evolves with time and life circumstances. Factors such as aging, pregnancy, or medical conditions can bring changes that affect your sexual health and perceptions. Embracing these changes with curiosity rather than resistance allows you to adapt and grow, finding new ways to connect with yourself and your partner. Ultimately, nurturing the mind-body connection in sexual health is about aligning your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. It's a journey of listening to your body, addressing your emotions, and creating space for intimacy that feels authentic and fulfilling. By honoring this relationship, you empower yourself to experience sexuality not as a fragmented aspect of life, but as an integrated and enriching part of your overall health and happiness. Consent is the cornerstone of all healthy sexual interactions, a principle that embodies respect, trust, and mutual understanding. It goes beyond simply saying yes or no. It is an ongoing, dynamic process of communication that ensures everyone involved feels safe, valued, and heard. Understanding and practicing consent is essential for building relationships rooted in dignity and care, as it creates a foundation where trust can flourish. At its core, consent is about agency, the right of every individual to make decisions about their own body and boundaries. This means that consent must always be given freely, without coercion, manipulation, or pressure. It is not valid if it is obtained through force, intimidation, or guilt. True consent is enthusiastic and clear, reflecting the genuine willingness of all parties to engage in a shared experience. An essential aspect of consent is its ongoing nature. Giving consent once does not mean it applies indefinitely or to every situation. It is a moment-to-moment agreement that can be revisited and reassessed as circumstances change. This means that both parties have the right to withdraw consent at any time, for any reason, without fear of judgment or reprisal. Honoring this principle fosters an environment of mutual respect and emotional safety. Communication is the heart of practicing consent effectively. It requires openness and honesty, as well as the willingness to listen and respond to your partner's needs and boundaries. Asking questions like, "Is this okay?" or "How do you feel about this?" demonstrates care and consideration, ensuring that everyone feels included in the decision-making process. This dialogue not only strengthens trust, but also deepens emotional intimacy, creating a connection built on shared respect. Practicing consent also means being attuned to nonverbal cues. Sometimes people may feel uncomfortable expressing their boundaries verbally, and their body language or behavior might indicate hesitation or discomfort. Paying attention to these signals is crucial and requires empathy and sensitivity. If there's any uncertainty, it's always better to pause and clarify rather than make assumptions. This demonstrates that you prioritize the well-being and comfort of everyone involved. Understanding consent also involves recognizing power dynamics that might affect a person's ability to give or withhold consent freely. Situations involving significant imbalances of power, such as those related to age, authority, or dependency, require heightened awareness and ethical consideration. Ensuring consent in such scenarios means actively addressing and mitigating these dynamics to avoid any form of exploitation or harm. Even educating oneself and others about consent is a vital part of creating a culture of respect and accountability. When we normalize discussions about boundaries, preferences, and mutual agreement, we dismantle harmful myths and misconceptions that perpetuate abuse or misunderstanding. This knowledge empowers individuals to advocate for themselves and to honor the autonomy of others. Emotional safety is just as important as physical safety. Engaging in sexual relationships without clarity about emotional intentions or readiness can lead to confusion, regret, or heartbreak. Taking the time to assess your feelings, communicate with your partner, and ensure that the relationship aligns with your values and goals is a vital part of making safe and healthy choices. Access to sexual health education and healthcare resources plays a pivotal role in enabling safe choices. Unfortunately, barriers such as stigma, lack of information, or limited access to healthcare services can hinder individuals from seeking the support they need. Advocating for comprehensive sexual health education and accessible healthcare ensures that everyone has the knowledge and tools to make informed decisions. Ultimately, the science of safe choices is about empowerment. It's about recognizing that taking care of your sexual health is an act of self-respect and self-love. By making informed, intentional decisions, you create a foundation for relationships that are not only safe, but also deeply fulfilling and enriching. Safe choices are not about fear, they're about freedom. The freedom to embrace intimacy, connection, and pleasure with confidence and peace of mind. Sexuality is far more than just biology or reproduction. It is an energy of creation, a force that has the potential to shape and transform many areas of your life. This creative energy is not limited to the act of creating life. It is a powerful resource for generating intimacy, connection, inspiration, and personal growth. Understanding and channeling this energy wisely can open doors to deeper relationships, heightened self-awareness, and a more profound sense of vitality. At its essence, sexual energy is a form of life energy, one that fuels creativity and drives expression. This energy is deeply tied to your sense of identity and how you show up in the world. When you harness and direct it, you can use it to create not just physical connections, but emotional and intellectual ones as well. It is the energy that sparks ideas, fuels passion, and fosters intimacy in meaningful ways. In relationships, sexual energy serves as a bridge that connects partners on multiple levels. It transcends the physical act, allowing for emotional bonding, trust, and mutual understanding. When channeled with intention, it can deepen the connection between individuals, creating a shared space of vulnerability and openness. This type of connection fosters a sense of unity and harmony, where both partners feel seen, valued, and supported. Beyond relationships, sexual energy can be a catalyst for personal transformation. Many cultures and philosophies view it as a sacred force that, when nurtured, can lead to heightened states of awareness and creativity. This perspective suggests that sexual energy can be redirected toward personal goals, artistic endeavors, or even spiritual growth. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, or yoga often include techniques for cultivating and channeling this energy, enabling individuals to experience a greater sense of balance and purpose in their lives. Understanding the creative potential of sexual energy also involves recognizing its impact on your emotional and mental well-being. When you are in tune with this energy, you can experience greater confidence, resilience, and joy. It becomes a source of empowerment, reminding you of your capacity to create, connect, and thrive. Conversely, suppressing or ignoring this energy can lead to feelings of frustration, disconnection, or stagnation. Embracing it as a natural and integral part of who you are allows you to unlock its full potential. It's also important to acknowledge that this energy is unique to each individual. What energizes and inspires one person may differ for another. The key is to explore and understand your own relationship with this creative force. This involves being curious, open, and willing to learn about your desires, preferences, and boundaries. By doing so, you create a pathway to self-discovery that enriches every aspect of your life. Ultimately, sexual energy is a gift, a resource that can bring joy, connection, and inspiration when approached with intention and respect. It is a reminder of the creative potential that lies within you, waiting to be expressed in ways that align with your values and aspirations. By embracing and honoring this energy, you tap into a source of vitality that can transform not only your relationships, but also your entire approach to life. Sex education is not a one-time lesson or a phase confined to adolescence. It is a lifelong journey of learning, growth, and discovery. As you navigate through different stages of life, your understanding of sexuality evolves, shaped by new experiences, relationships, and insights. Embracing this journey with curiosity and openness ensures that you remain informed, empowered, and connected to your authentic self. At each stage of life, different questions and challenges arise. During adolescence, the focus may be on understanding physical changes, navigating new emotions, and building healthy self-esteem. As young adults, the emphasis often shifts to relationships, consent, and making responsible decisions about intimacy and protection. In later stages, the journey may involve exploring deeper emotional connections, understanding the impacts of aging on sexual health, or reigniting intimacy in long-term relationships. Each stage offers unique opportunities to grow and deepen your understanding of yourself and others, such as objectification, race and gender representation, interracial understanding of yourself and others. Lifelong learning about sexuality involves staying informed about your body and its changing needs. Factors like hormonal shifts, medical conditions, or life transitions can influence your sexual health and experiences. By staying curious and proactive, you can adapt to these changes and seek the resources or support you need. So, regular consultations with healthcare professionals, attending workshops, or reading up-to-date information are simple yet powerful ways to remain engaged with your sexual well-being. Equally important is the emotional and psychological aspect of this journey. Your perspectives on intimacy, relationships, and connection may shift over time as you gain new insights or encounter different experiences. Reflecting on these changes and embracing them as part of your growth helps you cultivate a deeper sense of self-awareness and resilience. It also fosters greater empathy and understanding in your relationships, allowing you to connect with others on a more authentic level. Lifelong learning also means challenging outdated beliefs or misconceptions. Society's views on sex and sexuality are continually evolving, and staying informed ensures that your understanding aligns with current knowledge and values. This might involve unlearning stigmas, embracing inclusivity, or exploring new perspectives that resonate with your experiences. By doing so, you create space for growth, both personally and within your relationships. In addition, the journey of lifelong learning about sexuality includes fostering open and meaningful communication with others. Whether it's with a partner, family members, or even your children, engaging in honest conversations about sex and relationships helps to break down taboos and build a culture of understanding and respect. These dialogues not only enrich your relationships, but also contribute to a more informed and compassionate society. Finally, lifelong learning is about giving yourself permission to explore and redefine what sexuality means to you. It's about embracing the idea that your sexuality is a dynamic and integral part of who you are, a source of joy, connection, and creativity that evolves as you do. By remaining curious, informed, and open, you empower yourself to live a life that is authentic, fulfilling, and deeply connected to your values and desires. In this journey, there are no final destinations or absolute answers, only opportunities to grow, learn, and connect more deeply with yourself and others. Embrace it wholeheartedly, knowing that each step brings you closer to understanding and celebrating the multifaceted beauty of your sexuality.